Jey Uso captures the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 41. The ultimate redemption story. WrestleMania 41. The stage was massive, the lights brighter than ever. The stakes, as high as they come. But no one, not a single soul in the wrestling world, could have truly predicted what would unfold on this historic night. A night where heartbreak, legacy, family, and destiny all collided in the center of the ring. A night when Jey Uso, once overshadowed, once labeled the loyal twin, rose from the ashes of family betrayal to finally capture the ultimate prize, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This is the story of how, main event, Jey Uso went from the supporting role in Roman Reigns' dynasty to the leading man on the grandest stage of them all. A story of redemption, resilience, and reclaiming identity. This is the story of WrestleMania 41. For years, Jey Uso was known simply as one half of the Usos. The dynamic, high-flying tag team with his brother Jimmy Uso dominated the tag division for nearly a decade. Multiple-time tag team champions, record setters, and crowd favorites. But for all their accolades, they were often viewed as a unit, not individuals. That all changed in 2020, when Roman Reigns returned to WWE with a new edge, a new mindset, and a demand for acknowledgement. Jey Uso found himself at the heart of a family saga unlike any before. He became Roman's first target and then, begrudgingly, his first soldier. Through matches that tested his loyalty, beatdowns that questioned his identity, and promos that tugged at fans' hearts, Jey slowly transformed into something greater. Main event Jey Uso was born. No longer just a tag team star, he proved he could hold his own in singles competition, taking on the likes of Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and even Roman himself. Still, the big one, the world title, always eluded him. He played his role in the Bloodline storyline with passion and purpose, but the spotlight was rarely his for long. Until things began to crack. The Bloodline, once WWE's most dominant faction, began to crumble from within. Seeds of betrayal were planted at WrestleMania 39, when Sami Zayn broke away. At SummerSlam and Survivor Series, tensions bubbled as Roman's iron-fisted rule began to weigh heavily on those around him. Jey's relationship with Jimmy, once unbreakable, became strained. Jimmy's jealousy, Roman's manipulation, and Solo Sikoa's blind loyalty fractured the family further. And then came the moment that changed everything. Jey Uso finally said, "I'm out." He super-kicked Roman. He super-kicked Solo. And in a moment of heartbreak, he super-kicked Jimmy too. It was the official end of the Bloodline as we knew it. From that moment on, Jey walked alone. Drafted to Raw, a man without a faction, without a title, and for a time, without his own brother. But he had one thing, a fire, a mission, to prove that he was more than a background player in Roman's empire. He was ready to build his own kingdom. The road to WrestleMania 41 began with a spark, an unexpected entry and a shocking win at the 2025 Royal Rumble. 30 men entered, but only one emerged. Jey Uso. Entering at number 10, Jey lasted over 50 minutes, eliminating big names like Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and even CM Punk in a surprise showdown near the end. The final moments came down to Jey and Seth Rollins, a preview of the war to come. Jey's victory sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. He was finally getting his chance. A chance not just to compete, but to headline WrestleMania. The build-up was personal. Seth Rollins, the reigning World Heavyweight Champion, made it clear, he respected Jey, but didn't believe he had what it took. The mind games began. Rollins calling Jey the second fiddle, reminding him of his years playing. Back up to Roman. Jey, meanwhile, stayed calm, focused, and deadly serious. Promo after promo, the WWE Universe started to believe. Jey spoke with raw emotion, about family, betrayal, and climbing out from under the shish. Triple H praises Jey Uso after historic WWE World Heavyweight title victory. A new era begins. Last night, history was made. The unthinkable became reality, and at the heart of it all, stood a man who had spent over a decade in the shadows, now shining brighter than ever. Jey Uso, once just one half of the greatest tag team in WWE history, is now the man. The new World Heavyweight Champion. And no one, No one was prouder than WWE's chief content officer, Triple H. Let's rewind back to a time when Jey Uso was defined by the word, brother. When his legacy was linked entirely to the Usos, a tag team that dominated WWE for years. From classic matches with the New Day, to wars inside Hell in a Cell, the Usos carved out a legendary legacy. But for Jey, there was always something more, a fire inside, a hunger. Fast forward to 2020, the pandemic era. Roman Reigns returns, and the story begins. Jey steps into the singles spotlight for the first time in years. Main event Jey Uso is born. And while he didn't win the Universal Championship, he won the hearts of millions. That feud didn't just elevate Roman, it launched Jey into another stratosphere. But even then, a world title still eluded him. Until now, Jey's journey to this moment wasn't just long. It was emotional, dramatic, and painful. He walked away from the bloodline, turned his back on his cousin Roman Reigns, and made one of the most emotional exits in WWE history. He returned on Raw, no longer a twin, no longer part of a faction. Just Jey. And from that moment forward, he became a man on a mission. Match after match, moment after moment, from the crowd chanting his name, to superstars in the back acknowledging his growth, the story was writing itself. Then came the announcement. Jey Uso would challenge for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And not just any WrestleMania, this was his first singles match on the grandest stage. And his first shot at a world title since those brutal matches with Roman nearly 4 years earlier. The lights, the crowd, the energy. Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins, the architect, the visionary, the man who carried the World Heavyweight title with pride. The match was everything fans hoped it would be, high stakes, high energy, and high emotion. Both men brought their best. But in the final moments, with the crowd on their feet, Jey hit the USO splash. The bell rang, the stadium erupted, and Jey Uso, after 15 years in WWE, finally held singles gold. Finally climbed the mountain, finally became the man, tears in his eyes, goosebumps on his skin, and in the back, Triple H watched it all unfold. Backstage, the WWE locker room buzzed with excitement. Superstars clapped, production members high-fived, and standing at the center of it all, was Triple H. Cameras captured the moment, Triple H pulling Jey in for a hug. Not a corporate handshake, not a simple, good job. A real, heartfelt hug, the kind that says, you earned this. Then came the words that echoed across the internet just minutes later. He did it. He proved everyone wrong. He showed the world who he really is. Jey Uso is the future, and the future is now. Triple H, no stranger to long journeys himself,